Hey guys, we're here today to upgrade the bushings in my shifter on my MK6 GTI. These are the billet aluminum bushings from 034 Motorsport, and what these will do is these will just help solidify the shifting feel in my MK6 GTI. Now this isn't a short throw kit, so it's not going to make that any shorter at all, but what it's going to do is it's going to lock it down, because as I've found out, this GTI is almost not confident, doesn't know what it wants to do almost when you're shifting. It's like, that's first. And then you're coming to second. Like, I think I'm out of first. That's second, I think. Yes, that is second. You can just hear it just a little bit. It's so many almost little segments of the shift that just don't need to be there. And especially if you're going to first, you're in first, but then it still can move about. There's a little bit of slop in those bushings that is going to be eliminated, which I feel like is going to be mostly that, and just the solid shift into all those gears is going to be that much better. Now, I'm not sure exactly why Volkswagen and Audi don't have the best shifting feel, because they make cars for enthusiasts, but it is what it is. I've owned a couple of them, and I always thought they were pretty good manual Volkswagen Audi cars, that is. But someone pointed out that this one really is actually pretty vague, and I started to shift a little bit, and I'm like, that is right. It actually is a little vague, and how I put it is a lack of confidence. It's like me in high school, not a lot of confidence. So it's almost, you can hear it go, is that third? I think that is. Yes, it is. There's just that little, there's a little ledge that it kind of goes over once it knows that it actually is third, fourth, fifth, sixth, etc. But we want to tighten that up. We want to make sure it is as smooth as it possibly can be, because we bought a manual for driver engagement. We want the best driver engagement we can get. And I fully believe that these new shifter bushings will make that difference. I'm very excited because this is the first shifter mod that I'm going to be doing. Never mind this, we're just going to take this away. This wasn't there. This is the first actual shifter mod that we're going to be doing to hopefully improve that feel and daily drivability, because I don't want this thing to just kind of be like, maybe, good luck, here's to hoping, because we don't want that. We don't want to do a run going full 0 to 60 to third, going past it. Oh crud, that's first. Engine's blown. We don't want that. We want that confidence to know that we're going to be in the right gear with a little bit of movement and can just bang it in and get on our way and have some fun. So let's not waste too much time. Let's get these new bushings installed. So we're mid-install. We've got the rubber bushings out, the aluminum ones in. These ones actually have a little metal sleeve that you take out. So it's like they tried to get it pretty solid, but still this. You see how squishy it is? I mean, I have to be the Hulk to squeeze those. So these are just gonna be a lot more secure. All the information from the shifts are gonna go straight to my hand. It's not gonna be lost in this. I know this is more for comfort, but these are for performance. It's two-piece, so I can't really hold it up perfectly all the time, but these look like they're going to be fantastic, and they'll just make shifting that much more precise. I'm excited to get these in. This actually wasn't as bad of an install as I was expecting. You just need to remove a lot of stuff to get to the bracket, like a lot. ECS says you don't have to remove the battery or the battery tray. 034 says you should. Err on the side of 034, there is so much more space if you do, and it is 100% worth it. But we're gonna get these in, we're gonna take it back out on the road, and we're gonna see how it drives. If you would like to watch a full install video on these 034 Motorsports billet aluminum shifter bracket bushings, please head over to my YouTube channel. So we had a bit of a mishap with equipment, and I was missing a suction mount that I needed, and I left it on a previous shoot. So we are actually filming this a lot later than I normally would. I usually take about a day to just review, kind of get exactly what I want to say down, but I've had this for a little bit longer. So I've got some things I can say about these 034 shifter bushings. Well, first of all, fantastic value for money. They are awesome. I mean, the install was actually pretty easy. There's just a lot of weird things you have to take out. It's pretty easy. But one of the main things I've noticed is it's like a handshake. So first, the original handshake was just kind of like the dead fish handshake, you know, people do as a joke. It's just kind of like meh. There, it's a handshake, but it's just kind of meh. Well, this is now much more firm, like a nice solid handshake. Like, put her there, pal, and it's just firm. It grasps very nicely, very quickly, and I think it's great. It really improves the shifting experience a lot, and for the price, fantastic. Love it. And every little thing I do, it's just more fun. You kind of get more of a tighter feeling car, more of a car that, yes, it drove great from the factory, but it's just getting that much better. Like that shifter feel, each shift as you bang it through is fantastic now. It feels so much better. It's really, really enjoyable. Second to third, I don't know why second to third is just great, but it just keeps it in there very nice as well. Like when I try to move the shifter about, you can't see it on the camera, but if you're in gear, try to move it about, there's a lot less movement because that bracket that's holding the cables in isn't really moving at all. When you slide it in, it's not so much like a pinball off each side until it goes down. It more slides in nicely, like it's being guided right where it needs to go. It is really, really good, and I really, really do like it. Just shifting through the gears. Oh, it's got the same kind of like double action, like you hit a wall and then you fall into the gear. It's got a little bit same of that, but the actual getting into the gear once you get past that kind of little wall is so much crisper, so much more sharp. And I know these bushings are solid, but the shifter feels so much more solid. It really does feel great. And for that price, less than 40 bucks, it's fantastic. Now, I know I did the whole review of best mod for a Mark 6 GTI for under $50. Is this it? I don't think this takes the place of the dog bone mount insert. This is good. A lot of people hyped it up very, very much. And me and my wife have a word for when something is overhyped and you do it and it's not the same. It's called Coco. Because Hannah's never seen the movie Coco, and she never wants to. Because all of our friends hyped up the movie Coco to the nth degree. They just touted it and touted it and touted it as such a good movie, and then she's like, I don't want to watch it now. Like it's not going to live up to the expectation because everyone said it was such a good movie. So when something is overhyped and doesn't live up to the expectations, we call it Coco. So I think these bushings might have been Coco'd a little bit on me. Now, are they great and are they worth the money? 100%. These are fantastic, and I guarantee you, paired with a good short shift kit, it's gonna feel incredible. But you can tell a difference. These are fun to do. Honestly, I don't know why this install was actually so much fun. Because it was pretty easy, felt like you were doing a lot, and it was messing with something that I wouldn't normally mess with, so it was kind of a new experience for me. But like going third and then quickly into fourth, it slots in so crisp and so solidly that it is really, really good. So anytime you replace something with a more solid version, you're gonna get usually some more harshness and vibration inside the cabin, but considering this is just on the transmission and the shifter linkage, there's no added NVH. It's like not even there. But because these bushings are solid now, there's so much more just information and a connection with the car that you get. Because I know what gear it's in a lot more safely now than before. Because sometimes you'd almost feel like you're in third, but it's actually fifth, or vice versa. Like it was just one of those, it had such a wide cone that it almost slid into. I know that's probably not accurate, but it just felt like that you almost weren't really sure where the shifter was going at times, and you just kind of had to hope. Like when I go into fifth, if I'm in fourth right now, I would go neutral over as far as I can and then up into fifth, and that's how you would know you were going into fifth, for me at least, because I don't want to just like accidentally rev the nuts off my car or slam it into the wrong gear, so I just kind of make sure. And now I can just go back into fourth and then fifth. It just goes right in so much better. It just slots in and you know it's fifth. And the big thing is it really makes the driving experience so much better. That's what I really like about it. These shifts being so much more crisp are just fun. The car was already very enjoyable to drive, but now it is fantastically enjoyable to drive. So these were definitely worth it and very easy to put in if you're looking to build your skills and figure out what you can and can't do on a car and want to do something that challenges you a little bit, but also isn't going to destroy your car if you do it wrong. And these shifter bushings are a very good starter mod for you to learn how to work on a car, to learn how to work on your Volkswagen or Audi. These things are great. I'm going around this mail truck. FedEx is backing out. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Oh, crazy times, y'all. Nutso. All right, back to what I was saying. So for beginner mechanics, these things are great to test your skills on, because it's so easy to remove the battery. It's so easy to remove the intake. You're just gonna grow your skills by doing this. And you're gonna get a more enjoyable car to drive. These things are fantastic. You should really look at them. They are the solid shifter bracket bushings from 034 Motorsports. You can get them from a bunch of other companies, but I went with 034 because they're pretty good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Maybe I was able to convince you into some new shifter bracket bushings. I mean, hey, if not, at least you know what you're getting yourself into since you didn't. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please have a great day. Please subscribe. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye.